Greetings and salutations, and welcome back to Two Dummies That Just Watch a Sports Podcast Between Friends. This is episode number 33, the Patrick Ewing episode. I am one of your hosts, Will Hernandez, and I am joined, as always, by my co host, who just before we hit record was talking about planes falling out of the sky. So that's great. Mr. LeeJay Perilla. LeeJay, how are you rocking the Kansas City Chiefs hat? You fucking troll. Oh boy.
Excuse me. I'm impersonating Josh Allen and I'm choking.
Oh, damn. Wow. Wow. We're really starting off with
Let's
that,
go, Buffalo. Let's go, Buffalo. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, we're gonna go ahead. No.
No, go ahead. We're gonna get into that later. I just wanted
Yes,
to do.
I
I just wanted to do that real quick. Maybe I'll go jump through a table in honor of them.
Holy shit. Did you see speaking of tables, did you see how, by the way, I know we're gonna get into it later. There were a lot more Bills fans at that game than I thought there would be. And I don't blame them. But the other thing too, did you see the story about how the stores in the area were not selling tables to people that were coming into the game because you had to have like a Missouri license?
Oh
So
my
what was
God.
happening? What was happening was people who are Bills fans living in Missouri were buying the tables for those people.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. If you're a Bills fan, you was looking out for each other. I can respect that.
Right. Yeah.
I thought you
So
were
I
going to talk
thought,
about the idiot letting off in the Philadelphia crowd with the 9mm.
can we take a pause here, please? We need to, guys. LeeJay and I are not exaggerating when we say that those people are fucking filth and are no better than the fucking dirt on my shoe. Seriously, bro. What the fuck? Are you, dude? I saw that. I did you see the video of this?
I
Of the
saw
guy
the
shooting
video.
the gun. Yeah. Okay.
They looked like they were in Afghanistan.
Jesus Christ.
Bro, let me tell you
There was
this. I'd rather shit in my own shoes and go dancing before I go back to that nasty city.
dude. Carl shared this. This guy, I gotta send it to you on Instagram and his Instagram story. This dude did a fucking like a Jimmy Snuka splash off of like an awning, and he thought people were gonna catch him, but he basically landed like face and stomach first into
On
the
the
ground
concrete.
on the concrete on the sidewalk. Yeah. Then you wonder. It's so funny looking at the comments. Almost every single one. Philly fans are the worst. Philly fans are the worst. Philly fans are the worst. This is why we hate y'all. Did you see the one of the another one? They were these two. First of all, and you said it yesterday. Shout out to the Redskins, to the Commanders fans that were in that stadium yesterday. You got some fucking balls.
You must not cherish your life.
There was a video, dude. There were these two guys that
Oh yeah,
were
they were
walking.
walking away. The guy snatched his hat.
Snatched
The
his
knitted
hat.
hat off his head.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, you did see that. Okay,
Yeah,
bro.
I
Those
saw
people,
that.
fucking,
He actually
people
wasn't.
are
He
fucking
wasn't. They didn't
animals.
want no smoke. They just wanted to get out
Yeah,
of there.
and I.
And
That's
I
the
mean,
way
think
you have
about it.
to. Yeah.
What could I don't want to judge anybody where they looked, but what bro? If they would have tried to do anything, all those guys would have jumped them,
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's exactly what the
and
comment
they
was
would have
saying.
got and they would have got their asses kicked, maybe killed.
Yeah. It's insane, bro.
I only need to learn my lesson once. As a kid, it took me a lot of lessons to learn. As an adult, one time, I'm never going back to that city again. Never.
It's funny because AEW is doing a pay-per-view in Philadelphia in April, and I'm like, man, Danny and I are talking about going, and I'm like, God, do I want to fucking deal with those people down there, even if it's just for like a night? I don't know. I got to think about that one. Anyway, this is a weekly sports podcast. and we come at you each and every week on the podcast platform of your choice. We're on all the major ones: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, uh, God knows what else, Amazon. Some of you listen to us on Amazon Speaker. It's really weird. I don't know why you would want to do that. Yeah, please follow and subscribe. This way you can get the show delivered automatically to you. We will be recording again next Monday, so we will be on your ear holes again at this time next Tuesday. So I like the Monday recording. I don't know. Our numbers are better when we record earlier in the week. So anyway, don't forget that you have the ability to email the show. Nobody's done that yet, which I'm a little
Buy a
surprised
coffee,
about.
Blue Sky, all that crap.
Buy me a coffee platform. That link is in the description. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Threads, X, and on YouTube. We're now up to 12 subscribers. Yeah, we got 3 of y'all. So I appreciate that. Appreciate you people listening to me. Some people are listening. Sir, before we got a packed show, by the way. I just want to let you know. There's a lot of shit happening, especially, of course, with your New York Jets, and we will get into that in a few minutes here. But I see that there's something that you wanted to bring up
Yes.
before we jump into the main show, and it kind of, I don't even know if I should make a timestamp here for this, but I guess I'm going to, because I'm scared. I'm scared about this topic. But anyway, you gave me a name. I didn't look it up, so I kept my word and didn't look it up. But go ahead and
So I don't
yeah.
know when this was told. I think it was maybe brought up in June of last year. I'm not 100% sure, but I was in the break room the
Okay.
other night in my job, and it was like a rerun of like one of these talk show hosts. I don't remember who it was. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So this guy comes up and they start scrolling at the bottom. Why is he on the show? And I don't know why I thought about you. I said, "Yo," but I'm gonna hit up William and say, "Yo,
What you think?
maybe
Jesus
he should
Christ.
do what this guy's doing. Fuck it, man. Donate to the world." So this fucking guy, bro, his name is Ari Nagel. I think I'm pronouncing that right.
Mm-hmm.
Not 100% sure. He's a
Yeah, sounds right. Looks right.
mathematics
Yeah.
professor at I thought I had the school here, but anyway, I get
Well, he's a smart guy, though.
yeah, he's
Supposedly.
probably, yes, smart. So he is known as the Sperminator or the target donor after the American
Wait,
Retail
what was?
Corporation. The target
Wait,
donor.
the target? Why? Do we know why he's called the target donor?
This guy has been a sperm donor and has fathered more than 165 children.
Wow.
But apparently, if I'm reading this right, and now you can go back and we get a chance after we're done, you take a look at
Yes.
this.
Yes, I will.
He's not doing it like going to his sperm banks and doing this. He's
No, come on.
yes,
No,
look at
stop.
his first one. When his first son was a toddler, Nagel made his first sperm donation to a lesbian couple who advertised on Craigslist.
I
Shortly
don't even know what
thereafter,
to
he
say.
donated to a single woman he knew, following which he registered in the known donor registry and donated a couple times a year.
I'm
Um,
looking at.
if
Go
yeah,
ahead.
you're looking at it now. I'm trying to find
Yes, I am.
there was a part here where there was like, "Yo, dude, what you're doing is not legal."
Oh,
Oh, shortly after the
really?
story was published, the New York State Department of Health sent Nagel a letter informing him that operating an unlicensed sperm bank was illegal, but did not escalate the matter.
Wait,
As of
but how do you know it's on the
2021,
sperm bank?
huh? No,
How do you know
meaning
it's on the
like
sperm bank?
no, meaning he was doing it.
Yes. But what? Maybe he's doing it pure out of lust, for these women.
As of 2021, Nagel continued to operate outside of any regulated framework and provide sperm donations without formal legal contracts. Line them up. You want a kid? Go holler at your man Ari Nagel.
Bro, by the way, there's a movie called The Sperminator
The
from
Spurs.
1984. Did you see this?
He said
Did
he's
you see
looking
this
to
come
retire.
up?
He said he's looking to retire at 50.
Here's my question. I have a lot of questions here.
I knew
And
you
you can-
when this shit. I was in shock when I was watching this shit on television. I was like,
I
this
have a
can't
lot
be
of
real.
I have a lot of questions. Number one, how much is he charging for this? People, like each couple over
From
there.
what I understood when I was listening to it a little bit, I don't think he's charging them anything. And I'm trying to find it in this article. Maybe we
Why?
find a better article. I don't know. But he actually pays child support. More than 50% of his paycheck is garnished to these children. He goes on
Oh
vacation.
my
Yo, bro,
God.
he has pictures with them and everything on vacation. He goes to different countries. They're all over the world, bro.
Dude, this guy studied at St. John's.
Did you
Do
sit
I
next
know
to him
this
in
guy?
class? Or you were probably a freshman and he was a senior. That because of the age. He just turned 49, I think, last year.
He could have been. He's possible. But here, okay, so I'm looking at his Wikipedia. Orthodox Jewish family in Monsey, New York, is the fifth of seven children. Well, that's your first fucking problem. He spent his childhood in Monsey, attending school at Yeshiva Spring Valley and Yeshiva. I can't say this. Where's Larry when we need him? Some kind of Jewish word. Sorry, Larry. And later studied at St. John's University in New York. Nagel received a large monetary settlement from a motorcycle accident and traveled around the world, after which he became irreligious. He also studied at the London School of Economics. After returning to New York, he became a professor at the Kingsborough Community College. That is like one of the worst. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Kingsborough is one of the worst CUNY schools out there. Anyway,
He's about to shame you guys.
teaching mathematics and computer science. Nagel's first child was born in 2003 as a result of an unintended pregnancy. He married the mother, but they maintained separate apartments. I see the New York Department of Health thing. Okay, it doesn't say anything about.
Man, being right, charging or any. I didn't see it. I didn't see that. Where you what newspaper
This
you
is
what
his,
article you from reading?
this is his Wikipedia page.
That's what I was on, and then I
Yeah.
saw I read an article in the Post online.
Yes.
But I didn't see anything in there. I didn't see anything in there.
There's an article from the New York Times.
I didn't see the Times one.
Esquire. They're actually referenced in the his references in the Wikipedia page. Let me see. I want to see what this Esquire story says. It's called "Have Sperm Will Travel." It's behind the paywall.
That's genius. Have sperm will travel.
It's a good headline.
But I just think about it like I don't. In this world, the stuff I see on television, the stuff I see outside my doors, I don't put anything beyond anybody, past anyone. People are desperate. They want a kid. They don't want to go this route. I'm gonna go that route, and they're gonna do it.
My other question too is he getting an STD test after every time?
I would assume so because that's probably something they would want.
Right.
Also,
yes.
you can't knowingly have something and then
because you can. Yeah.
I think that's you could get go to jail or get sued or something like that.
Yes, you can. Yes, you absolutely.
I think a former football player now come up about that where he's knowingly giving like mothers STDs because he knows he has an STD.
Yeah. Okay, we don't know how much he charges. Well, you see, he doesn't charge anything.
Have you seen some of the pictures? That's where he's like, there's like 10 of them around him. He got them sitting on his shoulders. They're in Africa. They're in Zimbabwe, Dubai. They're all over the place, bro.
See, so to me, that tells me he's got some kind of money, and I wanted to know where his income is coming from because
he has to have some kind of money because how much does a math professor get paid?
That's exactly.
I mean, if you're a really good one, I would assume you get maybe top notch. But what's top notch? There's no money in the world that you could afford 165 Georgia. So let's just put it that way.
So my question too is: there are so many. I'm gonna have to do some research and get back to you next week. My other question is he getting like sponsorships from like fucking, I don't know, Gerber or something? You know, I mean, seriously, this is what's running through my mind right now.
Beach nut baby food.
Or Pampers, Johnson and Johnson.
Chill. No pun intended. Or maybe.
Oh my god,
Bro, when my coworker inboxed you, by the way, shout out Melissa Diaz, my former coworker. She gave us the idea of, I just didn't know how to how would we title this? Like, remember when I told you she inboxed you, you asked me who that was, and she was like,
yes,
"Oh, maybe
yes,
you should do
yes,
something,
yes.
just a small clip of something besides sports."
Yeah,
And I saw this,
yeah,
I said,
yeah.
we're gonna do this.
Jesus Christ.
Just a jump start, and
one of the I'm gonna put for the timestamps. Just put the Sperminator, and then y'all gonna have to fucking listen to it.
and then you have to look them up. This is wild, man. I thought it was fun. I thought it was crazy, and I thought, wow.
My question. Listen, I'm somebody who considers. I read the news a lot. Like I kind of have to for my job. I'm surprised this has not come across my desk, as they say earlier than today.
I'm looking
Holy
now. It looks like
shit.
maybe it came up maybe in June.
Mm.
But like I said, I didn't see it until, I guess, a
But dude,
rerun of this late night show.
But the thing is, there's a New York Times article about it. There's an Esquire
Oh, so
article
you're saying
about it.
because you read those, you didn't see that, or you didn't
Right.
get. I got you.
Like I'm not that I read Esquire, New York Times every day, but I read the Wall Street Journal almost every day. I read the Washington Post almost every day. I usually if like the New York Times does something, that gets picked up on like social media.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just surprised that, considering the state of the world we live in with social media, I'm surprised nobody like, oh, look at this guy. He's
And
has
it's on
160.
Facebook. His interviews on Facebook.
Jesus. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I don't remember any. This has never come across my way ever.
the
So
Sperminator.
I
Maybe you
mean,
could
I
be the
feel
new
like,
Sperminator
well,
when you want to
we're not
start
gonna
putting in
get
that work at 50.
Jesus Christ.
You got 165 children to go to catch up to Mr. Ari Nagel.
I'm good.
And on
I
that
don't
note,
even yeah. I don't even want one, let alone 165. My God. Oh boy. All right. Let's today was a big day, right? Today, and let me set the scene here. So, if you're listening to this podcast, you guys know our history, or our focus is a lot on New York sports and kind of the way we see things, because as the podcast says, two dummies that just watch, you gotta watch the games to kind of figure things out, what's happening. But this is kind of not that, or maybe it is. So, as you all should be aware by now, the Jets, the New York Jets, the JETSS Jets. I don't know why I added an extra S there. They made two key hires over the
don't become
last.
the mayor of Philadelphia.
What a! Oh, I'm not gonna say it.
What were you gonna say? I couldn't hear you.
Dumb biatch. Anyway, you people are awful. Anyway, Jets. That explain, dude. When I saw that, see, now I'm distracted. When I saw
That explains
video,
a lot.
it explains so much. Anyway, so the Jets made two key hires over the week as they finally got their man at head coach. Aaron Glenn, former Detroit Lions coordinator, he becomes the team's 22nd head coach in its history. And less than 48 hours later, or about 48 hours later, it was revealed that New York was hiring Denver Broncos assistant general manager. I have it here as assistant manager. Oh my God. Darren Mougey. It sounds like a dance. Do the Mougey. Before we get into your reactions, and I think there are things that we both have to say after the press conference today. Just a little bit about Glenn. He played for the Jets for 9 years between 1994 and 2002. Three-time Pro Bowler, Drafted out of Texas A&M as a 5'9", 185 pound defensive back. 41 interceptions in his career. Scored 8 touchdowns. He also has close to 3,000 return yards, which is pretty impressive. Uh, in the league for 15 years. Also played in Houston, Dallas, Jacksonville, and New Orleans. As far as his coaching history, Cleveland Browns assistant defensive backs head coach from 2014 to 2015. New Orleans Saints 2016 to 2020 as a defensive backs coach. And then the Detroit Lions, obviously, as the defensive coordinator. Sir, we both watched the press conference, the 15-minute, half an hour press conference today. The floor is yours. I want to know what you are thinking after the announcement and after watching today's press conference.
It just will eventually blow up anyway because it's just the Jets.
Oh, come on.
The end.
Son of a bitch.
No, listen.
Stop it.
I like the hire.
That's not what you were texting me today.
No, you have no proof of that. That was AI.
Oh, yes,
I got
do.
my shit got hacked.
I've got receipts.
I was hacked. Anyway. Here's one of the big things I like about Mr. Glenn. He's a former player.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely yes.
I think that helps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I just listened to you could just tell when somebody has like that coach speak, which I hate, or like that shtick.
Yep.
I didn't get that vibe from him.
You're saying all the shit that I was thinking today. Yeah.
I didn't get that vibe from him. He talked clearly, contrite, came across what he wanted to say, no nonsense, and that's it. Period. Stop. He actually started as a scout. Not that that's any kind of coach, but he started scouting because, as he told the story today, he took off for 2 years after he retired, so he could spend time with his family. I think he has 3 kids and of course his wife.
Right.
I think he had opened up some restaurants because he wanted to be a business owner. He said in was it New Orleans or was it Texas? Anyway, so I think as the story goes, he said he was watching the game one day, started screaming because of what they were doing, and that's what his wife said. Go back to coaching.
Yeah,
that's what you want to do. Apparently, he gave Bill Parcells a phone call, said I want to go into coaching. He said no. Started scouting. He fought him back a little bit. And long story short, he went into scouting. Said it helped him because he learned what he should be watching as far as players in different positions. He learned every position. I think that helps. Listen, this dude has seen it all as a player, all the way up until his success as a DC with the Lions. He played for five coaches while he played with the Jets. 5. Pete Carroll. And then he saw 2 of the worst years with the Jets, which was under Richie Kotite. If anybody remembers those years, I do.
Damn.
One of the worst Jets seasons. They were 1-14, 1-15, 1-15.
Yes.
That's when Bill Parcells came in after Kotite and changed stuff. He saw that. Got to play for Parcells. Different thing there. Al Groh and then Herman Edwards, who had a bit of success with the Jets when he coached them. I don't know. You're either gonna like the hire, not like the hire, sit somewhere in the middle. You never know. You're gonna have your opinion who you want, who you don't want. Listen, you don't know. I can't give you an answer. All I can tell you is if I like the guy or if I don't like the guy.
Well,
I just don't like the. I don't like the. Real quick, I just don't like the lazy narrative. Oh, here we go again. They're hiring another DC, so it's gonna fail. But everybody's different. You don't know that. You can't base it off of. You can't base that off of that. It's stupid. It's lazy. If you gave me a legit reason why you don't think this guy should be a coach, I might even accept his defense shitting the bed in that game against the Commanders. I might accept that as an answer, but just don't tell me, oh, they're hiring another DC. Those never work out. I don't want to hear that. That's stupid.
Well, I mean, I think so let me the press conference. I watched it. I thought he, like everything you said, I agree with. Came across as like oh man, this is a guy that I would want to play for. He is. I would rather have Aaron Glenn as my coach than fucking Brian Dable. I'll just put that out there. Brian Dable does not give me any confidence. Aaron Glenn gives me confidence. And as you say, you ran through a wall today at your job
I
after
did.
listening to him.
The wall's still down because they couldn't handle me.
after listening, after listening to him talk. So that, and I agree with all the stuff about the, he seems down to earth. I told you today, this is a guy that if I played for him, he would put the fear of God in me. That's just kind of the way he would come across. Like, oh shit, this guy knows what he's talking about. Completely agree with the scouting thing. I actually made note of that in my head. I'm like, okay, we need to bring that up because I do think it's important that. Here's the thing, and no offense to scouts, but that's like the bottom in a lot of
That's
ways.
which is why I think he didn't want to go there because he didn't.
Right.
He's probably saying to himself, you know, I got pride. I played. I don't want to start there.
Yeah.
But Parcell, he said that was the best part, the best thing Parcells ever told him.
And that's the thing. Sometimes, and this is just for life, sometimes you have to start at the bottom
You got to
to
humble
work
yourself,
your
start
way
at the
up.
bottom to get to the top.
Yeah, and look at him now. He's the head coach of a team that he played for 8 seasons. Going back to the narrative, two things that I saw heading into today. One thing you already mentioned, the whole thing about he's a defensive coordinator. Saleh was a defensive coordinator, and we'll get to Saleh later. It's not going to work out. That was the one thing that I saw. Number two, first time head coach. Guys, you have to start somewhere.
You have to start
I don't.
somewhere.
I'm never gonna. And here's the example. What about Mendoza for the Mets? Look what happened.
And he got a late
First year,
chance. As far as
right?
baseball is concerned, he got a late chance in as far as his chance to
Exactly.
manage.
So don't sit there and tell me when you have. Yeah, I get it. Completely different sport. I understand that. And the Jets were a fucking mess last year. But you can't sit there and tell me that a guy who's inexperienced on the head coaching level is going to come in and shit the bed right away. It's not fair. It's it, it's not fair to make that judgment. It's not fair to say that because Salah was a defensive guy, they're bringing in the same. This is going to be the same situation. It doesn't make it. It shit doesn't make any sense. And yeah, you're right. Some people are like, well, it doesn't matter regardless because Woody Johnson's a fucking idiot. Well, maybe Aaron Glenn will help change the culture. It seems like he's that type of guy, like that type of dude that's going to change the way things are done uh, at the Meadowlands. So
this is where I'll defend Woody Johnson a little bit here. If you just think about it,
sure,
where he messed up was just putting his hands all up in the pot this year and firing Salah mids. He shouldn't have did any of that. No one should have been fired mid-season. That shit never works. But to be fair, Salah was in his fourth year. Douglas was in his same amount of time, fourth, fifth year, whatever it was. So it's not like he didn't give them time to
yeah,
turn this thing around.
yeah,
They messed up by drafting the wrong quarterback. They messed up by not protecting a whole bunch of stuff goes into it. We're not going to keep on rehashing this. It's stupid. But he gave them time. It's not like after a year he said everybody go home. He didn't do that. So that's where I want to be a little fair. But
sure.
what he did this year
That's
was
fair.
that never works, and he shouldn't have did that. He should have just either fired Salah and Douglas last year or after this year ended and just moved on.
Yeah,
So I don't know. We don't know. Like I said, we don't know. We don't know anything. We don't know anything. I'm hoping that it works. And this Mougey,
yeah. Moogie. It sounds like
he's been with the Broncos for a while now. Even if it's on
yeah.
lower level, positions, he's been with them. He's seen stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Let me.
He looks like a
I'm gonna.
smart guy.
He does. And let me read quickly from the New York Post from Brian Costello, who actually asked a question today. I didn't realize it was bald. Anyway, he's 39. He's the third youngest GM in the NFL and joins the Jets after serving as the Broncos assistant GM since 2022. He has been with the Broncos since 2012. He's been there
Yeah,
for
that's what I'm
10
saying. He's been there
years.
for a while. He's
Yeah.
been there for a while.
Rising from scouting intern, that's important, to assistant GM. Mougey has worked under two different GMs, John
John
Elway,
Elway. Yep.
which I'm assuming you're gonna fucking learn something from fucking John Elway, and more recently George Patton. So here's the thing now, and this got brought up in the press conference, and it was the first thing that it was one of the first things that Glenn said before they got into the Q&A. He wanted to clear up any misconceptions about anything because there were already rumors going around about what he supposedly was saying. Aaron Rodgers. He said that basically they're going to look at the whole roster, and that includes Aaron Rodgers. So while he did single out Rodgers, he said that they're going to sit down and look at the entire roster. Sir, again, it's too early to tell this, but we talked about this when we were doing like GM stuff. What do you think is maybe the first few things that these two guys need to figure out now that they're working together?
The first thing is the QB. They got to figure out what they're gonna do this year at QB. If they're gonna keep him or they're gonna move on. That's the one thing they got to figure out. Number two, because I think he has a good eye for this. He's been around. He's probably been around bad players, selfish players, all different types of players. You got to weed these pieces of shit and get them out of here.
Yeah, I
Cut
agree.
them, let them loose. You want to start with culture? You want to lay the hammer down? It starts with you.
Yeah.
You're in charge of that locker room. Like he said, before he got hired, he was on an interview somewhere. I don't know if it was like during Hard Knocks or whatever. I think it was during Hard Knocks. He said, I got hired as a defensive coordinator, but I know the offense. I know the team. If you
Interesting.
hire me, you're hiring a coach.
Right.
You're not you hire me a DC, yeah, because that's what my job previously. But I'm not a DC. I'm a coach.
I like that.
That's what you have to do. But you got to get these knuckleheads out of here, man. These guys that throw tantrums. I'm not getting the ball. I'm this, and then you do get the ball, and you still throwing a tantrum, and that too much of that shit happens for too long. Growing up on playing on organized sports, I play with a lot of selfish players. It's terrible. Now imagine that as grown as men being paid millions of dollars. They think they could do whatever they want.
Yeah.
If you all don't have the one common goal, then you should just leave. And that I don't know what else to say. We don't know. Everybody's the people. Do you know some of the people? Some of the name, two of the names I heard. I was like, come on, guys. McCarthy and Matt Nagy. Why?
Mm.
Oh, because Nagy didn't do too bad in Chicago. All of this when you fall off a typical type of coach's tree. He's off the Andy Reid
Yeah.
tree.
Oh yeah.
The
I
only
hate
thing
that
that falls
shit.
off Andy Reid's tree is fucking hamburgers.
Come on.
I didn't want this guy. I don't want McCarthy. No. No, I'd rather just do something new and fresh and let's try it that way. Did these guys want this job too? Because there's just too much crap going on that has to be fixed first in house. I don't
Yeah,
think
I
those
mean,
guys seem like those. They seem like Melba toast. Blah.
right. Yeah.
Wet
Then
blankets.
I think that's the thing I like about bringing him in because he's been in that building before. Granted, different stadium, blah blah blah, but whatever. You know what I mean? Meadowlands, playing in New York. He's been in that building before. So I think that does give him, and he wanted the job. He said it.
He said it.
He
He
said
wanted
it.
it.
He wanted it, right? All along was what he was doing his other interviews. This is the job that he wanted. So he wants to be here.
You don't
That's the
hear
other
that.
thing
You don't hear
too.
that too often.
Right. Even despite the meddling from Woody. I can't say that. Despite the meddling from Johnson.
You're fucked either way. Either by a Woody or by a Johnson.
So it's just like, despite the meddling, he still wants to come here. So, and I just listen. Just get the fuck out of their way, man. Let
That's
these
all
two
I say.
guys do what they need to do. Get the fuck out of their way. One thing I want to ask you, because I don't, you got a better memory with the stuff that I do. Um, what do you remember about him as a player?
He
that
was
you think might translate to his coaching style as a
he
head
was a tough
coach?
son of a bitch.
Mm,
He was 5'9", 5'8", a cornerback.
yeah,
You got to be tough at that height, at that weight, to play who you're going to line up, who's in front of you. That's
right.
probably more than likely bigger than you, because all receivers are
Yeah,
big. They're usually big. You don't get a lot of Wayne Corbett's and Julian Edelmans and Wes Welkers. The majority of them
I'm
are
trying to
Keyshawn
see
Johnson and Randy Moss.
Andre Reed,
Uh,
right? I would no, maybe not, because
he might have
Reed's
been like
60 years old
5'10",
now.
maybe 6 feet.
Andre
James Lofton
Reed
was pretty
was,
tall. I think he was like
yeah.
6'2". Jerry Rice.
Andre Reed was 6'2", so he did go up. Yeah, there you
James
go.
Lofton was 6'2", I think. Jerry Rice.
Yeah,
Who was in the division? Did he play against like Clayton and Ingram? I'm not sure with the Dolphins, but well, you get you get what I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying
yeah,
here.
yeah, 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 yeah.
He got a chip on his shoulder. He's a tough son of a gun.
It seems like he has a chip on his shoulder.
I hated
It
when
does.
the Jets let him go into the expansion draft and he got picked by the Texans. I remember that. I hated it.
I do see now. I do remember that. Yeah,
I liked him. I liked him. I think he was a great Jet, and they lost out on him because they put him into the expansion draft. Whatever. That's long gone. Who cares? Bro, if
yeah.
this guy brings a championship here, yes, it sounds the same, all the thing, blah, blah, blah.
I know. I
It's
know.
the same rhetoric, whatever. I don't know. Maybe it felt a little different. Maybe it didn't. I just knew some of these coaches in the past I didn't want. They want them getting them. I want them being right. There's just
Mhm.
something to it when you're listening to somebody. If you played sports, you understand. You could feel it. If you get that feeling, you get those little bumps on the back of your neck going, that's your guy. That's your woman. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But let's see what happens.
I mean, and the thing is, too, this guy could be here for a while. He's relatively young. He's only 52 years
Yeah,
old. I
52.
mean, he's I don't know, man. I again, everybody knows I'm not a Jets fan, but I think they got this right as far as who he is. And as soon as he opened up his mouth, I was like, oh shit, this guy's not fucking around. Like, this guy's not gonna fuck around. I could just you could just tell. We've been in
Yep.
locker rooms before. Like I could just tell that this guy, like, he means business. So again, I get it. Time will tell, but um I don't know. I think oh, the one thing before we go on, the one thing I did like that he said is that he's like, there are gonna be challenges. Like, they're not gonna come out and be right away
Of
a
course
fucking
not.
playoff team.
Yep.
Like, I mean, it could happen, you never know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but he's admitting, yes, there are gonna be challenges to what they're doing. So I think he will put in a culture that will it'll be something that the Jets haven't seen, I think, in a while. But I don't know. Again, TBD there. A lot of football here. So obviously we know by now who's playing in the Super Bowl. It's gonna be the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles as LeeJay is doing his little dance.
I'm a
The
troll.
Chiefs are
I'm a troll.
the Ch-
I'm a troll. Let's go, Buffalo. Let's go, Buffalo. Get out of here. Take a walk.
but hold on, we'll get there. Let's Chiefs are favored by a point and a half. That I was looking at the line earlier today. We're gonna do a Super Bowl preview next week, so we'll keep the chatter for what we think how the game's gonna play out next week. But let's talk about the first game, which was essentially ended up being a fucking blowout as the Eagles won 55-23.
Ugh.
And man, I dude, when Barkley had that first fucking run, what was it? What was it? What was it?
60 something
60
yards.
yards. It was 60 yards. 60 yards. I was like, that's it. It's done. They're done. It's see ya.
I meant to
It's
send y'all the text and I
it's
forgot to send it. I was going to ask y'all. He looks faster.
he does. He does look faster.
He looks faster, bro. And that
Scary.
was that called tackling? What the hell was that?
Dude, that I don't what is Listen, I've been complaining about that for years. How I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to go over in my head that play again. Um, just kind of the way those two tacklers just they completely
You can't arm tackle
missed him.
Saquon Barkley.
No, you can't. You absolutely can't do that. I don't understand what the fuck they were thinking on that. And then you thought that coming out, the Redskins go 19 plays and only kick the field goal, and you're thinking, okay, this is going to be interesting. And then the fucking the second possession is a fumble, and then the Eagles take advantage of that.
This
And
game
then
was
the
this game was
fucking
this game was about the turnovers from the Commanders.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Because
the
all four
dagger
teams that
was
won
before
that play
halftime. Yeah,
these last 4 teams that played yesterday, up until that point, none of them had turnovers in the playoffs. And it hit the
that's
Commanders
insane.
right over the head.
Well, I mean, the big one, like I said, it was one
And a
before
lot of them,
halftime.
a lot of the turnovers were on their side of the field. They didn't have to go far. The Eagles didn't have to go far. I think they scored
Yes.
touchdowns on all turnovers, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me look at that. One, because I got the box score up. 1, 2. Yes, they did. All 3 turnovers turned into fucking touchdowns.
And like you said, the biggest one was right before halftime because they still had a chance to. Because what happened? They scored right away, and then the Commanders came down right before halftime and hit a field goal. So there was 10 points there within that 2 minutes or so, whatever it was, because the turnover was so close on their end, right before the half.
Yeah, I was that whole game hurt me in many ways, and all I can keep on thinking about is fucking John Mara and everybody just sharing that fucking clip over and over and over and over again. 118 yards on 15 carries and 3 touchdowns. And I'll give my brother credit. Was it him or you about saying that Barkley's on a fucking mission, man? Because this guy, I don't know. He's having the best year of his career now. Not with the Giants. It's now with the Eagles.
Is it possible? Is it possible for him to get traded right now to the Chiefs so that way he can win a Super Bowl? So that way I could see him win a Super Bowl and not see the Eagles win? Because that's the way I want it to happen.
God, I don't. If you guys couldn't tell who we're going for in the Super Bowl,
I don't want nothing nice for those people, but I do want Barkley to win a Super Bowl.
I know.
So it's a quagmire.
I feel the same way. I do. I would like him to. This is so tough for me because it's like I want the Giants to suffer in a way. Like seriously, because I don't care. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. And we've talked about this time and time and time again. Shane did not want to bring him back. Shane put his trust in fucking Daniel fucking Jones. And look what happened. I'm getting angry now talking about this. Okay. Tush push.
Oh, my God.
That whole situation with your boy, and the memes have been fucking hilarious from that, by the way. Of him, how many times did it happen? Like 3 or 4 times? What's his name
2
again?
or 3 times. Frankie Louvu.
Yeah, jumping over and we've never seen that before, where the referee says that they've been warned that
apparently that's a thing that they could score.
Yeah, it is a thing. Yeah.
So let me say this real quick.
Yes, please. I want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, I got something to say about this because if that obviously it's true, which that's a rule from the NFL, correct?
Yes.
That's really fucking stupid. That's really fucking stupid.
Why?
As far as them allowing them to say, okay, they could score. Number one, you're doing this fucking chaotic tush push thing. Can anyone tell me where the ball is once they hike the ball? Anywhere. No. It happened in the Bills game too. You can't tell me definitively where the ball is. Did they make the first down? You're allowing 3 people to push 1 man across the line. I remember that not being allowed back in the days. Fine, it's
Right.
allowed
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
But you use the word they're deliberately going off sides. How does that benefit them? Number two, the the offense is trying to make them go off sides.
Mm.
Jalen Hurts is back there, hut, and he's bobbing his head. They're trying to time the count to keep them out of the end zone.
Yeah.
So why are they
Exactly.
deliberately doing this? You can't bring the ball any closer, so that doesn't matter. And it's just a bunch of hogmash that's going on in this pileup. To me, it looked like when they finally got an end zone, it looked like the Eagles were offsides.
It did. Yes, it did.
But they didn't call that. That play should be. They should get rid of that. There's a lot. I don't complain about a lot of things. I don't even complain about the refs. Shit happens. The game is moving fast, but that shit happens in slow motion, and that shit is stupid.
I guess my question is because listen, we back in the day it was the quarterback sneak, right? That was a very I mean even Eli Manning did quarterback sneaks. This variation of them pushing the guy in, and it's funny because I had a conversation with Carl about this when the Eagles started doing this, and I said they should ban that move, and he goes, "Why? If it works, why should they ban it? If you got to stop it." Yeah, I guess yes, but it's also like, what? This is
There's
watching
no.
it is not fun.
There's part of sports is for me to see something and say that's what happened. I can't. No one
Right.
could tell me they're seeing that's what's happening. The first down happened. You can't tell me that. Half the time you can't even see the fucking ball.
Yeah, exactly. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
It
Okay.
happened yesterday in the Buffalo Bill game. We'll get
Right.
into that in a little bit. But real
Yeah.
quick, one referee had him as a first down, and the other referee said he was short on that fourth down and one play where
Fourth
they
down and one. Yes.
turned it over on downs, and then Kansas
Yes.
City came down and scored the field goal.
Right.
If you
Yeah.
look at what to me, I don't think he got the first down, and I'll tell you why. This being Josh Allen, and then we'll go back real quick to Eagles. He hiked the ball, he grabbed it. Sometimes they reach out or they dive. He didn't do that.
Yes.
He grabbed the ball.
Right.
Now he's holding it, two hands. Now his back is turned to the referee behind him. How does the referee behind him call the first down? But the referee in front said the ball didn't move, and then he got pushed
Yeah.
backwards.
Backwards. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
to me, first of all, I couldn't see the ball, but if I'm just going by body language and I'm assuming where the ball is because he has it tucked, that wasn't a first down because I didn't see his body go forward. But that's the point with this. Everybody's saying it was a clear first. That wasn't clear. In what world was that a clear first down? It wasn't.
No, I don't think it was.
No, it
I don't
wasn't.
think it was.
To me, the Kincaid play was more clear. That first down, when it was like 3rd and 3 or some shit like that.
Mhm.
But anyway, this it's just you got the whole team pushing. It looks like the offense is off sides to me. I don't even know where the fucking ball is. It's just stupid. It's stupid. It really is stupid.
I hate it. I just don't like that play at all. It's just like you said. It just doesn't look good, and it's boring. But I know people are going to say, "Oh, but it works." It's
Yeah,
like
I get it. It works, but whatever.
here's the thing. No, but here's the thing. When a QB starts getting hurt doing it, then people are going to think twice about keeping it in their offense. And it's really how many teams really do it? The Eagles, the Bills do it consistently.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs, I don't think they
They
didn't
don't
do it
really.
at
They
all
don't know.
yesterday.
I don't really.
They let yeah, when Mahomes runs, he
He just
runs.
runs. I don't think they
Yeah,
really do that. I think on a consistent basis. Consistent basis. Those are the two teams that
mhm,
call that play. More so the Eagles.
yeah, yeah. The Giants did it occasionally with Jones,
The
but
brotherly shove. Yeah, the brotherly shove right up your ass. Until
that's
Jalen Hurts
great.
tears his shoulder, and then everybody's like, "Ah."
Can we talk? I know you didn't have the sound on. Guys, Tom Brady fucking sucks as
No,
a
I had the sound
commentator.
down, but I have this.
Oh, you
I
did?
have an
Oh,
incredible talent to block out people that are talking, especially when I'm trying to concentrate on something that's happening in front of me. I didn't even hear him. I wasn't even hearing them speak.
Dude, it was fucking. He is fucking awful. Holy fucking shit, is he bad? He's worse than Romo. I don't like Romo.
Romo's he's just so hype, man. You would think he
He
has money on
is.
every game.
Well, that was the thing. I because he. Well, I guess we can go into the Bills and Chiefs, but what was it when Mahomes uh fumbled the ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Bills got it back. This is early on. And his reaction to it was like, it sounded like he had money on the game. Seriously, that's what he sounded like.
No, he's not. I don't think that's the case, but he's just so.
No,
I
I
just
know.
think that
Yeah.
he gets so into it, and I guess he can't help that because that's who he is. Which kind of, I guess, I appreciate that bit of it.
Yes.
But I guess I'd rather have that than you hating Brady.
Right. So quickly, Chiefs win 32-29. Boy, oh boy, this was. This game was everything we thought it was going to be. Close game, down to the end. They're going back and forth on things, and then it basically comes into late in the game where the Bills have the turnover on downs after they, you know, after I want to say it's a Hail Mary because it wasn't, but that pass down the field to
He should have caught
Kincaid,
that.
he should have caught that. It was
I mean, there's a bunch of traffic
I
happening, but he made the throw and he didn't make the catch.
well, here's the thing I want to say about that drive in particular, because of course, after the fucking game and all today, people bitching about the fucking
Oh,
referees and this,
stop.
that, and the other thing.
That
And
game had nothing to
listen,
do with the referees yesterday.
oh no, it didn't. Here's the thing though. What the that sequence of events there, right? Let's go through it. Especially after they got the first down, because don't forget Allen got a first down on a 12-yard, 13-yard
Mm-hmm,
run
mm-hmm.
on that final drive. That incomplete pass. Where the fuck was he throwing that to?
Mm-hmm. Maybe to
The
my dead
second
mom.
the second the second pass that got tipped over the middle. What the fuck was that? Then you had that shit little fucking screen to the right.
Mm-hmm.
How is that the referee's fault that they can't, you know, that they
Besides
can't
that last
fucking.
drive, Buffalo had many chances to score.
Yeah, they did. They
I never
absolutely did.
I watched as much as that game I could watch before I had to go to work. That not once. Because even if I don't believe in it, I could still say the refs fucked that up. I could still say that. Both can be true. I didn't see that at all yesterday. Then I got to watch the replay again. I mean, the replay a little earlier. I not once did I say, "Oh, the referees could have called it this way, called it." They had plenty of chances. Let me say this real quick,
Yeah.
guys. This guy has been in the running for MVP for the last few years, Josh Allen. Okay, you want to be that guy? You want to beat the guy? Because Mahomes is their Jordan now. Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
You had the ball in your hands with
Yep.
3 minutes and 33 seconds and all 3 timeouts. And you couldn't even tie the game. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I hope you look forward to that shoveling when you get back up north to Buffalo. Bye-bye, Mr. Allen.
He was in a situation, it's all you can ask for. And I'm thinking this is it. This is
It's not,
when they
bro, it's
get.
not like he had 33 seconds. He had 3 minutes and 33 seconds.
Yeah.
When that first play call, I was like, this might not end well. Didn't they call a running play for him or something?
No, it was a Ty Johnson minus 1 yard. And I thought to myself,
I was like, what
why
are
are
they
we running the
doing?
ball here?
Why are we running
Yeah.
the ball? Who cares about that's where that stuff of analytics and this and that, just put the ball in this guy's fucking hands and let him go to work.
Yeah. That was exactly what
That's
I
the
was
point in
thinking
time
in
where
this
you should have threw the
situation.
ball 5 times in a row and then snuck in a run there. not run from off Jump Street. Spags is all about blitzing and bringing guys. You know this. You know this. Stop with the referee thing. Stop it. Grow up or get out.
Dude, I can't.
It's pathetic. It's pathetic.
Yeah, and let me say something about that, because this is what happens when teams go on these runs like this. We saw it happen with the Pats. Now, you can argue Deflategate, cheating, tapes, whatever. But it was always a thing. Oh, the Pats get all the calls. The Pats get all the calls. The same thing is happening now with the Chiefs. Chiefs get all the calls. Chiefs get all the calls. Watching that game yesterday, Mahomes got hit, brother. And there were a couple of things that out of bounds stuff that they probably could have called.
And they didn't.
Pushing him out of bounds, and they didn't. And even my mother, I talked to my mother today. She was like, I think that they let them play because they didn't want to get criticized after the game.
That's what happened.
Favoring Mahomes.
That's what happened.
My 73-year-old mother can see that. Your motherfuckers are just stupid. Because you just want something to complain about.
It's easy to complain as opposed to just saying, you know what? We can't beat Mahomes. We got our asses kicked again.
And dude, all this shit about, this is not the Super Bowl America wanted. Guess what? It's gonna break a fucking viewing record. Like, shut up.
This is not the Super Bowl America wanted. Forget about America. What did Jesus want? Come on. So if America, this is these things that people say.
It's so dumb.
It's so stupid. So the teams that America wanted should have won. What do you want me to tell you? What do you want me to tell you? That's like so asinine. Oh. And they want us to like have a debate with them or something. They want to come at us and, say X, Y, and Z. Whatever, man. You sound like an idiot.
You know what I always say? These are the same people we let vote.
Golly.
Oh boy. We'll get into our Super Bowl preview of sorts next week. I'm trying to think of something we can do extra for that. I gotta maybe we'll do some trivia and I'll put you on the spot.
No boy.
For Super Bowl trivia. Okay. Busy week in the NFL. We don't have to spend too much time on this, but I mean I have some thoughts on some of these things. But Robert Saleh's back in San Francisco as a defensive coordinator. So I don't know. You and I both think he got a raw deal here, especially with the way things kind of ended. So it's good to kind of see him land back on his feet.
I think he was in the running for that Jacksonville job.
Yes, he was. And he like we mentioned last week, he was also interviewed
Dallas
Cowboys. Yeah. Speaking of Cowboys, my God.
Hello, Danny. Are you there?
I've got a few things to say about this. So, Jerry Jones hires Brian Schottenheimer, their own offensive coordinator, as their next head coach. And I think Jerry Jones is losing his fucking mind, by the way.
He looked terrible.
He looked like shit.
He looked like Skeletor.
Not only that, but
shout out Skeletor.
Right. You had said, dude, I thought that this was a fake thing. So LeeJay sends over a thing in the group chat today. I can't believe he said this. This is what Jerry Jones said. This is as big a risk as you can take. ... No head coaching experience. What?
As he's sitting next to him.
That's exactly. Are you kidding me? Thanks a lot, Jerry. Thanks for the fucking vote of confidence.
Listen, I'm the one taking a shot on this piece of shit that never coached before. And you want to say I'm not giving anybody a shot? Touche.
What the fuck are we doing here?
Hopefully this numbnuts can lead us to a championship. But I don't really think so. I just want to take a risk so I can prove to you guys I only want the spotlight for me because that's the rumor. Because he said right before that, the reason he said that I think was, damn, I don't remember verbatim, but it was somebody asked something because the rumor is he doesn't hire big name coaches. The reason he didn't hire Dion because the limelight would be taken off of him and be put on Dion. That's the reason he said that. So there's a little bit of context there to why you know he said that.
Fucking God,
So
bro.
into that, he was like, this is taking a shot. He's never coached before, which proves that I don't, you know what I'm trying
That's
to
so
say?
bad. That's so bad. Listen, I've said it before. I told this to my brother. For all you Cowboys fans, the Cowboys are not going to win a fucking title or get back to the Super Bowl as long as Jerry Jones is alive. This is a Vince McMahon situation that you guys are in. Seriously. You better hope somebody comes out with some kind of fucking lawsuit or something at this point.
Maybe he's the real Sperminator. Got little Skeletors running around in fucking Texas.
Holy shit. My brother says that he was crying today? What the fuck is happening?
Oh, I thought you meant Danny was crying. Because he's a Cowboys fan. Where's Caesar? I need him to hold me. Holy shit.
Damn, bro. Oh, you fucking Cowboys fans make me laugh. Holy shit, man.
Ay, ay, ay.
God bless. He signs a 4-year deal. I mean, oh man. Whew. I do wonder, Mike. I'm curious about Dion in this situation. Do you think it's because of that?
I think
He
they
doesn't
should have
want
hired. I
Dion.
mean, that's the rumor. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not.
Interesting.
Jerry Recco, the fan, wanted them to hire Deion Sanders because he's a
That's
Cowboys
right. He's a
fan.
Cowboys fan. Right.
He said Dion, before Belichick was hired with the North Carolina, he said one of those two would have worked for him. He said because they need somebody like that.
Interesting. Well, I mean,
I think I really thought even with Dion being so brash and everything, we all know how he is. That's how he was as a player. That's how he is now, and
yes.
well deserved. I think Dallas would have been a place where it would have really worked. I don't know why I think that because I think
Interesting.
him and Jones have good enough relationship where Dion could have been able to tell him what he wanted to tell him and
I see what you're
and be
saying.
able to do his job because Jerry Jones would have listened to him.
No, yeah, I can see that. Here's a question that just popped into my head. How much longer do you think before we actually do see Deion Sanders as an NFL head
I thought you were
coach?
going to ask me something else. Sorry, I was preparing to answer another question.
What the fuck?
How many years does Jerry Jones have left on this earth? So I got to switch up the answer in my
Well,
mind.
that's another good one.
What is he? He's got to be in his early
I'm
80s.
I'm looking it up now.
I mean, if I looked at him the way
He's
he looked
82.
today.
Yeah, he's 82.
Okay, because the way he looked like today, he looked like 120.
I think he's older than Biden. Hold on, let me see.
Freaking Biden.
Biden's 80, the same age. Oh my God. It's time to go, Jerry.
What are they doing now? Probably thumb wrestling each other.
Oh, my God. Just answer the fucking question.
I'd say I say he either fulfills the Colorado contract or he'll leave like right before it ends. So maybe a year or two out. I just don't know how many years
Yeah.
is left on the contract.
He's got some, I
What
think
is
we
it? 4
talked
years
about,
maybe?
yeah, let me look it up here right now. He's got some interesting incentives, I think, in his contract, if I'm not mistaken. We've talked about this before because it's come up. Apparently Michael Irving wasn't happy about them not hiring Dion.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't. I
because
don't blame him.
he publicly put it out there.
5 year, $29.5 million.
And this was his second year.
Uh, and this is his
All
second
right, so
year, so
3
he's
more.
still got 3 more years.
Yeah, so I'd say he either does. Uh, well, you know what? I changed. I could see him leaving after next year, depending on what jobs pop up. I could see that too.
Dude, he's brought in a lot of money to that university. When you think about it, like the fucking merch, the season tickets, it's they're in the national conversation now every year because it's him.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Speaking of crazy, I don't know what the fuck the Raiders are doing by hiring Pete
A
Carroll.
lot of people like this hire because
Oh,
it's short term, 3 years. They feel he's still got a lot of energy, a lot of spunk. I don't know. Apparently, he said he didn't want to.
Spunk.
This is the thing. Apparently, what was said was, he had a problem with coming over here, which is why I guess the Jets didn't give him an interview or ask for an interview. And I'm saying, yeah, you don't want to come over here, but you go over there. Like the Raiders are any fucking better.
Yeah, that's
Which I
interesting.
found a bit weird. And
Did that come
there's
up
a bunch
today?
more
Or
quarterbacks in the AFC West.
yeah, Bo Nix, Herbert.
Herbert, Mahomes.
Oh shit, yeah. It's a tough division.
So, and
That's a
he's
tough
what is he,
division.
73?
73. He's 73.
Do I see them like I don't know.
It's interesting.
Maybe they just hired him for this 3 years. He knows how to draft. He knows how to bring in certain players. They maybe make the playoffs 1-2 years, and it's right in the right amount of time to where maybe they do bring in Dion
Mm. To the Raiders, you
to
think?
the Raiders.
That would be interesting. What did you make of this situation with the Jacksonville situation where it was the Tampa Bay offensive coordinator? He agreed to stay there,
So I think
and then all of a sudden he took the job in
he got an
Jacksonville, right?
interview.
Right.
Then something came up. I think with one of his kids, maybe, which is why he's still in Tampa, and they gave him more money to be the OC.
Yes.
Then the general manager got fired,
Right, and that was a
which was a
sticking
point
point
of
for some
emphasis
people.
of
Yeah.
why I think he
Right.
didn't want to take that job
Right.
originally.
Yes. Yeah.
And I guess they called him back. You want another interview? We fired this guy, which is then he took it. And I think that's when everything went left for Robert Saleh. Because if not, I think they would have gave Saleh the job.
Oh, you think?
Because he
Oh,
had a
that's
second
interesting.
interview. He had a second interview right before all that shit went down.
Interesting, huh? I didn't realize that. That whole situation was just fucking weird, bro.
It's not
I
this for those in the beautiful shitty city of Jacksonville. If you think that this is going to end well, newsflash, it's not.
don't. There,
This has shit
bro.
show written all over it, bro.
And this is the situation. This is the problem with the Khans, who I know well now because Tony Khan, the son, owns AEW. So I've been doing my reading over the years about the way the Khans run the Jaguars, and it's yeah, I don't think that's going to end well over there.
It's not. It's not.
The thing is too is that I don't think I mentioned. I don't know if I mentioned this before. So during the pandemic, it was in 2021. This was when people started to travel again. I went down to Jacksonville to go see AEW. It was the first show that they had, with fans, pay per view, and they have it at. There's a place called Jackson. What the fuck is it called? Oh my god, Daly's Place. It's basically like an outdoor theater that's attached to the Jacksonville Jaguar Stadium. So they'll have the events there sometimes. They were just there Saturday, and the pay per view was there. Bro, they're building a lot of shit around the stadium. Like he's put on all this money to make it like a destination with his restaurants and like other shit there. So I feel like you got to get your shit together with that situation with your team because you're building all this stuff out of his own pocket, by the way.
It's not like he can't.
Right. He's a fucking
But still.
billionaire. But it's just like you got to have a successful team to make people want to come and spend their money at all these fucking places. So
The
I
key
don't know,
is
man.
The key is it make these people still go there when there is no football.
Right. That's the thing, and that's what they're trying to do. Jacksonville's they need help. I was not I was not really in. There was a great barbecue place by my hotel though. I will give you credit for that. I can't remember what it's called, but I have to look it up and get back.
Places like that just need some kind of livelihood, some kind of life.
Yeah, they do because their downtown was all right. I ended up at a club, a nightclub. It was a fucking weird experience during the pandemic. Let me tell you that. Anyway, all right. It is halftime here, and LeeJay has no idea what this is going to be about because it came to me at the last second. So let me explain this to you. I'm gonna set the
Hold on, I gotta do a costume change.
Oh boy, LeeJay's taking off his. What a piece of shit! He took off his Chiefs hat to put the Eagles hat on. I mean, that's a fair. Keep him with the theme. I get it. Okay, so in the UK, London, United Kingdom, there is this consumer group called Which, WHICH question mark, and they put out all this like consumer research. So the one that I saw today, I'm going to play a little game here. How often you should wash your clothes?
Oh boy.
Okay. And they give like different pieces of different pieces of clothing, and they say what's the recommended.
So we're doing articles of clothing here, or
yes,
everything. All right, go ahead. All right.
Number of wears. Like how many times do you wear something before you go wash it?
Got it.
Okay. We're actually I'm not going to spoil it. I don't know if I should jump around here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna jump around because it'll be too easy if I don't jump around. Okay.
Am I supposed to put I got how many times after how many wears?
Yes.
All right, I got you.
How many times do you wear something before you wash it? Okay. This is what they recommend.
No. Don't tell me what they recommend. Ask me first, and then let's see if it matches up with what they say.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Okay.
This is what it's based on. Okay. Let's see.
What's the first article?
Pajamas. And we're talking about like if you had like a the old school like shirt and pant. Like
I don't really wear pajamas, but I could because I sleep in the buff, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't even know that. What about
I do not. I could try to think back in the days. I'd probably say pajamas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember. I'd probably say those you could go for about 5 days.
You're close.
Before you have to wash it.
You're close. They recommend between 3 and 4.
Okay.
Okay. That's pretty good. Okay. Next one. Some of these you're going to be hard because there's women's clothing too. But you're going to take a guess anyway. A t-shirt. Just a regular old
like a t-shirt undershirt or a t-shirt I would wear outside.
It doesn't.
You know how I wear a collar shirt and I wear a t-shirt underneath, or like a wrestling shirt to go outside in the summertime.
Let's say, I'm gonna just say like one of the wrestling shirts. Yes. How many times should you wear that before you put it?
For me, I'm not gonna lie. It depends on what I do.
Yes.
So if I just go to work, it's a winter day, I'm just sitting at my desk, I'll probably wear that again the same week or the following week. If not, then just once. Once is going right into the hamper, and I'm gonna wash it.
So it's a situation type.
It's kind of a situation type of thing for me.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So it's basically accurate. They're saying between 1 and 2 times. Okay, that's good.
I know the one that's going to be fun. I think.
Yeah, maybe. What about underwear?
Oh.
Boxers, whatever.
Just flip them inside out. It's 2 sides for a reason.
Oh, come on.
No, fucking once, bro. Get out of here.
Okay, yeah. Once on that one. Okay. Here's a good one.
Uh-oh.
since you live with me now. A bra.
I guess I'm going to go by living with women. I'm just taking a guess. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
twice.
They recommend between 2 and 3. Yeah, you're good. Pretty good. What about a sweatshirt, like a hoodie?
A hoodie? It's definitely not once for me. I'm trying to go. I'm gonna get at least. I'm gonna try. I'm going to try to get at least 2 or 3 wears out of it before I throw it in the hamper and wash it.
They actually say between 5 and 6. I can see that, especially in the wintertime when you're not really sweating. I could definitely see 5 or 6. What about there are a few more here. This one's easy. Workout gear.
That's once.
Yeah. Unless I have like the wicking shorts,
Mm-hmm.
I'll wear those like a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 3. Maybe that's pushing it though. That's very much pushing it. Okay. A skirt.
Depending on what they had for lunch, probably once.
Wow.
They're gonna probably say. I would probably say 3 or 4 times.
They actually have between 5 and 7.
Wow.
Now, listen, we're all adults here. I think the caveat is
Yes, we already know those don't have to be explained.
if it's that time of the month, you're probably not.
We know
wearing
we know the caveat.
times. Yeah.
And if you had Taco Bell,
What about swimwear?
Swimwear,
Like a bathing suit.
Me? See, but then when do you wash it? When you're
That's a good point. This is kind of a trick question.
I'm gonna say max twice.
They have it as just once, but yeah.
That's why I said max is twice, because I don't see that going any more than that.
Yeah. 2 more here. I'm saving the best one for last. You know what that is?
I think I know what it is.
Yeah, a dress. Let's say a summer. What do they call them?
The summer dresses.
Yeah, sundress.
I guess it has to do with the weather too. So
yeah,
sweating, whatever, blah blah blah. 2 to 3 times.
Yeah, you're right. Their range is 1 to 3 for that. Okay, here's the big one. This is what I saved for last.
Jeans.
A pair of jeans. This is tough.
You're gonna probably my answer is probably not even close to what they said, because I've heard so many different things on this.
So have I. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to think, and I'm gonna try to give you my honest answer, because I don't really think about it. But if I was to give you an honest answer,
this is your answer.
This is my answer. This is my answer.
Okay.
This is my answer. And I want to see how close I come to whatever they're saying.
Yes.
It also goes. I got about 5 pairs of jeans, which has something to do with it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd probably say every couple months.
Wow. What?
Yeah.
Every couple of months?
Every couple months. I don't wash my jeans like that.
Wow. So they recommend. Now here's the thing though, because they say 6 to 10. So that could be a couple of months.
Yeah, because I don't. In 2 months, I'm not doing laundry 6 to 10 times, because I don't wash things separately. It all goes at once. When my bag is full, we rock. So I do laundry. I would do laundry because I have enough. I got a ton of underwear. This is the stuff that I buy a lot of, so that way I don't have to go to the laundry mat every fucking week.
Right. Yes.
So as long as I have a lot of underwear and socks, I can mix up the shirts with the 1 pair of jeans. Switch to jean, looks like a different outfit.
Yeah.
So I do laundry 2 to 3 times a month.
Yeah.
If I'm 3 times, if I'm even lucky.
Yeah.
Based off time, and sometimes, to be honest with you, I'm lazy. I let the shit get full. and I'm down to my last pair of underwear,
I
and then I go do
I just
laundry.
I just did that this past Friday. I had to actually go to the laundromat because we have a
Yeah, yeah,
washer
yeah.
dryer. I was like, I can't. My issue with some of these, well, it's
I'm
really the
surprised they don't have
jeans.
towels on there because I'm interested about
No,
that.
I
No,
know. Yeah, because they're just doing clothes. It's just a clothes thing. My problem with the jeans is that I just sweat a lot, and when you sweat a lot, even putting that I use that. What's that deodorant that they say to put on your like on your nuts? What the hell's that brand called?
Mando.
Mando, yeah. I don't know. I just there's something wrong with my body. I don't know what's happening, but yeah.
What?
So I probably I probably clean my jeans a little bit more than most people because it stinks. I don't want my you know I'm not gonna get into it. But you guys know that smell, that ball sweat
The
smell.
fuck is happening right now? What are you wearing your jeans as a fucking mask during COVID?
Dude, I sweat a lot. I don't know what to tell you. Oh my god! All right, that was fun. I thought that was a little like, oh shit, let's do this for the halftime show. Make it a little game. All right. So we know that the Hall of Fame announcements were last week, and LeeJay and I went through the entire ballot, and we thought 6 people were going to get in.
Well, that was according to what they thought. They
Yes,
they
the
thought up
experts.
to 6 people.
Yeah,
That's why
up to
we
six
picked
people.
6 people.
Right. But only 3 got in. Ichiro, Billy Wagner, and CC Sabathia. And the biggest controversy, of course, was the fact that Ichiro did not get 100% of the votes. And, dude, there was a lot of interesting reactions to this that I saw, ranging from they need to get new voters, they need to let the players vote as well. I don't know. What did you make of the fact that it wasn't 100% for
That
Ichiro?
one person's a loser because that's the person that's gonna say nothing's 100%.
Yes, you're right.
That's gonna be
You're
their
right.
first go. Eventually, this guy will come out of who voted not for him not
Yeah,
to get
he
in,
will. Or
and that'll be
she.
his reasoning. Oh, nothing's 100%. He was only a singles hitter. Look at all these other guys that aren't in. And I'm a loser. And my mother hates me. It just
The wo-
this just reeks of I want attention when it finally comes out.
you're
Because you're an
right.
idiot if you think Ichiro doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame.
Well, here's the counter argument to that because some people were like, well, there were other great players who didn't get 100% of the vote. And here's my response to that. And I'm telling you this as a former sports writer. A lot of those guys, just based off of stuff that I read, being in that industry, they are some petty motherfuckers.
Petty.
Especially back then. Because there was a they often butted heads more back then than they do now.
I also
So
just
those
don't
guys would
think
be
that
petty.
you shouldn't base your opinion about one player now not getting 100% because player X 10 years ago didn't get 100%.
Yeah,
One don't have nothing to do with the other. It's more that these fucking voters are petty.
they can be.
He should have whoever you're putting him up against that didn't get 100% either. That doesn't mean that person shouldn't have gotten 100%. It's just
Right.
that they're petty and they're just coming out.
Yeah.
They're trying to find something small because in their mind nothing's 100% because they're a loser that lives in their mother's basement and they suck. At the end of the
Dude,
day, I'm happy that he got in and it's not another controversy that because he didn't get in.
right.
But it's really stupid. It doesn't make any sense to me.
The one thing going back to the pettiness stuff, bro. I'm telling you because I've read